You may know the high-end Alienware line and the Inspiron. Is it Inspiron? That's how you say it.
Yeah,
Inspiron. Of course. For some reason, it's that bright scoreboard that I'm literally under that's changing the look of everything, including my ability to see. So as Chris is showing you, I'm not kidding, we are literally under that humongous scoreboard where they are showing all of the various tweets and hashtags and Instagrams and Facebook posts, all sorts of stuff, including their live LAN gaming area event, all sorts of neat stuff here. But anyway, so of course, between Alienware, the Inspiron line, but our next guest here to tell us about the company's in-between line, which kind of gets most of the rest of our attention, appropriately enough. He is marketing manager with Dell, and it's Daniel Jeanpierre.
Yes,
Did I
sir.
say that right, too?
You're nailing all the
Oh, very good.
there.
Thank you, Daniel. But glad to have you with us on the
Absolutely.
program. And tell me about this in-between line. What does it refer to? And let's go from there. Wow, you got a very nice laptop here,
Yes,
too.
indeed. So this is our 7000 series. So a lot of people, like you said, are familiar with our Inspiron as well as our Alienware line, which is going to be for more of the gamers. And then you have your entry-level school, maybe just a mom checking Facebook type line.
Right.
So, but there's a lot of people that are kind of moving towards doing video editing, photo editing, because that software is starting to get easier and easier and easier over the time. 10 years ago, using Adobe Photoshop would be too much for me.
Yeah.
But nowadays, everything is so much more simple. So a lot of people are starting to get into it a lot more. So we needed to have a system that would be in between that Alienware gaming line as well as the Inspiron. And here we are with that 7000 series.
So the 7000 series is the whole in-between line, so there's more models, I guess, then to the 7000 series.
Absolutely.
Tell me about this one in particular
So this
that we're
is going
showing.
to be our 15-inch. We also have it in a 17 as well.
No kidding.
So absolutely.
Wow.
So, and of course, all of these systems have video out. So if you want to connect it out to a larger monitor when you're at home, 27-inch, 30-inch, we also sell those as well. You can also do that as well. So, and as you can see, and I know the viewers at home can't, or the listeners at home can't
well,
see.
if you're driving, for example, in the car, know that we've got video of all the radio show interviews from the Tech Bash here on the field at Marlins Park. So visit us at intotomorrow.com. Look for the Into Tomorrow remote broadcast for Tech Bash, and you'll see Daniel and what he's showing here.
Absolutely. So normally in our 15-inch models, we don't have the numpad here. This is something that a lot of people use as well. Once they get a little bit more advanced, they realize they can type numbers a little bit faster just on this right-hand side.
Yeah.
So we did add this numpad here. And probably the biggest highlight is going to be the GeForce video card. And that kind of hints back to what I was saying earlier as far as video editing, photo editing. This is what you're going to need so those things don't run super sluggish. Now, you can get by on some of the lower-end machines, but this is what you want to have in order to get the most out of those type of programs.
Yeah,
and
the difference between getting by and being
Absolutely.
productive is going to be the GeForce.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And before, the GeForce were in the Alienware line. They were only for gamers. But like I said before, the GeForce is now in our 7000 series, and this is the beast itself.
Now, does that add a lot of expense to it, or an appropriate amount because you're getting that much more productivity?
Why does it have to be about the cost?
Yeah, well, yeah, because I'm hearing our audience in my head saying, Dave,
Gotcha.
how much is it?
Absolutely. So a lot of our Inspiron models will start off in that $499, $549 price range.
Right.
This one will actually start at $699.
Okay.
So
Well,
we have
that's
$699,
not a lot
$799,
more.
$899. No, not at
Yeah.
all. So we have a really good relationship with Intel and NVIDIA, so we're able to kind of offer these at a much more reduced price than some of our competitors.
There you go. So see, it is always about price when people are looking for
Absolutely.
specific things that it may or may not do.
Absolutely.
So,
So when you're talking about a $700 machine compared to a $2,000 Alienware, this is the model that you want to look for, the 7000.
Oh, for sure. And you said different sizes then, but
absolutely.
otherwise pretty much the same guts, if you will?
So so you can go through a 15 or a 17-inch. You can also go touch or non-touch. This is going to be one of our touch models as well. And a lot of people, depending on how close you are to the system, you might just want to move up here and just drag something over. So touch, it fits in a small niche. There are some software programs that are using touch more often, and this kind of goes back to what I was saying before. Photoshop they've moved to having bigger icons that are a lot more user-friendly for touch, and that makes the whole process easier because people know what they're doing when they touch. Like, hey, I want to move this over. Just drag it with your finger and move it
So do you
over.
find, you talk about video editing, for example, in video production. Do you find folks are using the touchscreen for even video editing these days?
Yeah, so Sony Music Studio is one of the first companies that jumped out in the front where, like I said, the buttons are a lot larger.
Yeah.
So depending on, depending on the vision of the customer or depending on how familiar they are with the software. It does make it a lot easier to crop video or to make video fade into each other by just dragging it, pinching it. A lot of people have been using iPhones.
Oh,
they know
yeah.
all the gestures.
And Android. It's not all about Apple.
And Windows.
I mean, come on.
And BlackBerry. We can go with all of them.
Yeah.
But all those gestures.
BlackBerry, are they still a thing? Anyway, yes, with the new Android version.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how BlackBerry is going to survive, perhaps, right?
Absolutely.
But great point, because now it's become, especially with tablets and smartphones, the pinch and unpinch and zoom and so forth.
Absolutely.
Imagine how handy that is now, whether you're video editing or otherwise. Being able to use something like that. So
we
again,
like to think so.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Of course you would.
And last but not least, we put speakers here. Typically, we'll put two little speakers right here that aren't really designed
just in the front near the bottom.
Just in the front and bottom. But now we have basically a sound bar here.
In fact, it does look very sound bar-ish, does it not?
Put a little bit of red tint around the touchpad as well as the speaker, and we also went with the red Dell logo to kind of show you that this is a little bit different than just your entry-level Dell notebook.
There you go. And this is the 7000 series, so that's what you want to be looking for.
Oh, absolutely. This holiday season at
I was going to say, makes a great holiday gift, does it not?
Absolutely.
And, of course, you can find it at TigerDirect.com. You can also find it at Dell.com. But go to TigerDirect.com. This is their event that we're broadcasting from, the 2015 edition of the Tech Bash. Daniel, thanks for spending a few minutes with us. Continued good luck. You're doing fun things and getting a lot of attention.
Second time in Florida. I'm loving it.
Whoa.
Loving it.
Well, we're glad to have you. Since we're Miami natives and headquartered here for a change, we do a remote broadcast. Didn't involve an airplane or hotels. We're thrilled.
I can't say the same.
Yeah, no, I hear you. IntoTomorrow.com for more. We'll link you to videos of all of our guest sites as well. And, of course, you want to see a lot of the behind-the-scenes things that Chris is showing you as we're doing lots of interviews from the exhibitors at the Tech Bash. So hit us up at IntoTomorrow.com. I'm Dave Graveline on the Advanced Media Network. Don't go away.